What's up, everybody? Justin here with After Hours Autosports. This is going to be the start of a new little vlog series I'm going to put together. Some people have mentioned they thought it would be cool to see. So I'm just going to do some sort of event coverage, vlog style. I might be able to get some driving footage, some in-car. This camera is not a GoPro, so it might be difficult. I do have some of those at home. I didn't think to bring for this one, but maybe we'll get that going on the next one. For the most part, it's going to be kind of a behind the scenes of Formula Drift, of working out of the trailer, you know, the pits, the hot grid, things like that for our FD program. But I'm also going to cover some of the Pro-Am events and more demo style events that we do as well. So this, like I said, this is going to be the first kind of episode of it. Right now, I am in my truck headed to Oklahoma City for, I believe it's round 3 of the Full Lock Drift Pro-Am there. I'm currently in 3rd place in points overall, so right on the edge of getting a license right now. So we got to do good this weekend. So yeah, I'm on my way there now. It's about an 11-hour drive, and traffic is pretty much stopped because I live in Denver. And it's always stopped in Denver. But stay tuned, follow along. We'll try to get some good coverage of this event, show you guys what they're doing out there. The event is at Oklahoma Motorsports Complex, which is a kart track, but holy shit, it is fun. It might be one of my top 5 tracks for sure that I've driven. It is a really fun little track. So I'm really excited. The Full Lock events are real fun to drive at. Tons of seat time, lots of good drivers too. So it should be a good weekend. All right, we have made it to the track. It is about 2 a.m. Just finished getting everything unloaded and kind of pre-stage for the morning since I'm wide awake and it's actually cool out right now. It's only about 80 degrees, which is nice because when I was driving here, it was about 100 the whole way. So got everything unloaded, got the AC on and the trailer cooling off. And there just so happens to be a Love's travel stop across the street. So rather than deal with lighting the hot water heater and waiting for that to get tolerable and trying to take a shower, I'm disgustingly sweaty. You can probably tell even though it's dark and I'm filming this by dome light. So I'm just gonna run over there, take a shower, come back, try to get some sleep, and then hopefully Michael wakes me up in time for the driver's meeting because I don't know when it is. So somehow that didn't work out as planned. Turns out this is just a Love's gas station. They do have diesel, but they do not have like a truck stop. So there are no showers. So back to the track we go to take a cold one. I'm thinking next time I come, this might be the move. Right across the street. Probably got a nice pool. So I'm gonna see how expensive those rooms are because the next event I believe is at this track also. And that might be definitely worth it. It is Saturday morning. Got a really good sleep, surprisingly. Shout out to Mike for starting his event at noon and not at 8 a.m. So we are gonna go get checked in, go up to the gate, get signed in, all that good stuff. And I'll kind of show you guys around the track and the pits. We're all signed in and good to go. Thought I'd show you the track from this angle. While I'm over here, it's kind of hard to tell what stuff is without sort of like an area view, but I'll try to go through it. So if they're running the same layout as last year, you kind of start basically where that white truck is. I'm not sure if you can see that, the screen is so tiny. And then there's a straight down to those black barrels, and then there's a pretty good sweeping right hand turn, which will bring you up onto a backstretch you can't see under that canopy over there. Not under, but next to. And then you come up here, up over this little hill thing, on basically the farthest edge of the track you can see. And you can push that whole thing. It takes a manji, but it's really fun because it's kind of banked and hooks you around to this right turn. And then it kind of makes a circle almost, where there's a right turn here through those black barrels, another right turn there, a little straight, another almost 180 degree right turn that immediately hits back into a 180 degree left turn at the end of those black barrels over there. It's a real quick flick. I struggled with that a little bit last time we were here. Last time we were here, it was pouring rain. And then it's a really fun banked, big sweeping left down to this straight, to another left, back to 180 degree hairpin to the right. And then this is kind of the cool down grid line back in line. This little section right here was insanely slick in the wet and pretty slick in the dry. I'm not sure why, but yeah, the track is really fun. I'm not sure if you can tell these little kind of banks and hooks in it, but it makes it ride way different and way more fun feeling than a normal just flat track. I did check the driver's list at sign in. I was the 40th driver to sign in today, which is a good turnout, I think. I'm not sure how many of those drivers are going to be competing in the Pro-Am tomorrow. Today is just open drift and practice and stuff like that. So I have a feeling a good portion of the drivers here are here for that versus the Pro-Am. But hopefully not. Hopefully we get a full 16. That'd be fun. I do know my buddy Jack's car is still down, waiting on some warranty parts. So unfortunately he's not going to be here. Unfortunately Josh isn't here. He's in Colorado taking care of some stuff. I just shot a message over to good buddy Robert Thorne. I thought he was going to be here. He is not here yet, but it is also semi-early on Saturday and Pro-Am's not till Sunday. So very possible he's getting a late start. Other than that, we got all unloaded last night. So gonna get the car warmed up and go for a couple quick laps. It's about 4 o'clock now. Got time to make some food, relax. Getting some laps in, gone through 2 sets of tires. I forgot how slow this track is after grid life, so that's taking quite a bit of adapting to, taking grip out of the car, trying to slow it way the hell down. Other than that, it's going well. Got tires figured out, got coilovers and shit all worked out, so we're waiting to find out. The layout they've been running today for open drift is not the quote-unquote Pro-Am layout. We're gonna switch to that here in a little bit, I believe. Drifting goes till 10 p.m., which is sick, because it is hot as hell out here. My phone said it feels like 103, and I'd argue it feels hotter than that. So haven't been doing a lot of driving. Car doesn't love that heat. Can only do about 2 or 3 laps before I gotta come off and spray it. Some cars out here ripping, so tomorrow should be good comp. So now we're gonna go on a little pit walk. I am not dangerously low on tires, but I'm pretty much done driving until they switch to the Pro-Am layout. I've only got about 1, maybe 2 more practice sets, and there is no tire machine here. So it sounds like Robert Thorne is going to be nice enough to let me run to his shop after things shut down for today and change the 6 that I'm going to need changed for tomorrow, because otherwise I'd be screwed. So huge shout out to Robert. So yeah, this is OMC. These are the pits. It's a really sweet facility. This is a whole motocross track. There were some kids out there ripping earlier, doing fat whips off everything. It was sick. Kind of walk around, hopefully get some track footage in there. So obviously, got the baby set up here. My little car. She's doing good, trying her best. Dude's full walk over there. Teal, Conze. Seems like a lot of people are out on track right now. Looks like these dudes are from Texas. Been out there shredding. There's a lot of Z's in Oklahoma. I mean, there's a lot of Z's everywhere, but there is a lot of Z's in Oklahoma. It's a nice little caged S14, the high rim. Hell yeah. This GTO is fucking lopey. I like that car. It's kind of traffic. There's a couple vets out here. A couple of them are doing real good too. Kind of wish I got one of those instead of a Camaro, but I'm a dumbass. It is what it is. There's also quite a few Mustangs out here. More Z's. Trying to work my way down to one of my favorite cars here. See if I can find it. He might be out on track. Like I said, there's a lot of people out on track right now. Seems like. Might have to cool off in that later. We'll see. But yeah, he must be out on track. This Mustang is so low. And it actually does pretty damn good. Full cart. I don't know what it was. I'm gonna guess a Miata. It's always a Miata. So you can see there's quite a few people here. The dudes from Drift Riot down there. Got Robert Thorne set up there. A couple more Mustangs. I don't know why, but I really like this blue Mustang right in front of us here that he's jacking on. The thing is sick, and he's fucking ripping it. So yeah, that's pretty much the pits at Follock. Red car was a very good example of how to run this track ideally. Like I said earlier, I think this is not the comp layout. The comp layout is the reverse of this. So what gets a little weird here, where I struggled last time, hit the wrong button, where I struggled real bad was right where this car, so you come around through this 180-degree right, and immediately flip back into a hairpin left, right where he just did. And that whole infield section is really slow, and then it pushes out into a third gear sweeper. So we're gonna be running that backwards tomorrow. So what it sounds like, talking to Robert, oh, that didn't sound good. We are going to be doing is starting not where these cars are, but on the next lane over, coming up that, entering the big sweeper here, around to where that white BRZ is, down to right where that GTO is, and running all this backwards of how we have been. So it should be interesting because of being, instead of being slow, gradually gaining speed up and around, it's going to be a fast entry to basically losing speed the whole way around. So let's see how these guys run it this way, because they're killing it. It's this flick right there. It is very awkward to do. Then you just hammer on it and come back out this way. Perfect. It is about 9:45. The track is hot until 10, which is cool. People have been getting so much seat time. I didn't bring enough tires. I haven't driven a whole lot today. Pretty much got the track sorted and called it. They didn't have their tire machine show up unfortunately, but Robert saved the day. So I got the truck loaded up behind me here. Going to head on over to Robert's shop as soon as he's done driving in here in a minute, and get those changed for tomorrow. We did get to run the opposite layout that we had been running, which is going to be the comp layout for tomorrow. It is fun. It's fun. It's very different. There's a very, very quick hairpin that is going to choke some people up. Probably me included, knowing my luck. But other than that, it's a real fun track. I got about 8 laps on it with Robert, and we got it pretty well figured out. So we're gonna go head down into town to his shop, get these swapped out, come back, take a shower, make some dinner, pass out. So it is about 9 a.m. Sunday morning. Is that what day it is? Yeah, I'm so out of it. I just woke up. Kind of woke up to what you don't want to wake up to. I don't know if you can see behind me, but it is raining and it is humid as hell. Everything's fogging up instantly. I think even this camera's fogging up from what I can tell. It's not raining hard, but it's wet enough to, you know, call the track wet for sure. So they're saying it's supposed to taper off in the next 2 hours, so it sounds like they're going to push comp an hour or two to try to wait this out. But the track is going live right now with the comp layout, so time to go out, get a couple wet laps in on these Valinos and try to find a wet pressure they like, and otherwise try to stay out of the mud. Alright, it's about 11:45. Qualifying starts at 12, and sort of exactly what I didn't want to have happen happened, where if you flip this around, you can sort of see where it's very, I mean, this is the pits, but it's the same thing on the track. There's puddles in places, and then right next to it's dry. So it's real inconsistent, kind of definitely what you don't want to run comp on, but it is what it is. At least it's not downpouring anymore, so I don't have to worry about my wipers and shit like that. But it got real hot and real humid, so everything's fogging up real crazy. But we're gonna get 1 or 2 laps in the patchy and then come back and get ready for qualifying. All right, so I unfortunately forgot to record some stuff. I believe the last thing I got was that we were going out for Pro-Am. Obviously, we are back in the shop now. So I'll give you a quick update. I bombed qualifying. Shit happens. I do that a lot. Some weird mental thing I can't figure out. But that put me up against the first place qualifier, which was my buddy Robert Thorne. And after a good battle, I managed to come out on top, which then put me against Jonathan Pride. They're both LS cars. Robert's is an LS E46. Pride's is, I believe, an S14. So yeah, again, after a battle there, came out on top, landed me in first place. So we got that. So right now, overall, that leaves me in second place overall in the standings behind Robert Thorne, and I'm not sure who's in third right now. I think it's Pride, but I'm not 100% sure. But I believe there's 3 licenses on the line, and I did some points math yesterday, and there's still quite a few ways that I can get bumped out of the top 3 and other people can move in. So really got to make sure I'm on point for the next round in October. I'm going to get some more seat time in the car, going to take care of some alignment issues I'm having. Really go through it. The car hasn't been really set up in years. It's kind of just been rode hard and put away wet for a long time. So we're going to take this one pretty seriously, get the car on an alignment rack, do some maintenance to it, make sure heims are tight, stuff like that. And yeah, we're back in the shop now, working on some stuff this week, getting the FD car ready, getting some work done on my E82, and then we've got a Drift Colorado round down at PPIR this weekend we will be going to as well.